I'm Manuyash Chaudhary. I lead product development at Quidich Innovation Labs. Quidich Innovation Labs was founded by Gaurav Mehta and Rahat Kulshrestha about 10 years ago. We primarily started off as an operations company where we were integrating camera workflows into different kinds of productions. We were one of the first companies to get the first commercial drone to India and provide some really cool shots that were never seen before by the viewer, that were never available before. And we were eventually able to integrate that particular camera technology into the world of cricket. And it has been a major part of the cricket broadcast ever since. Similarly, we then bought the buggy camera and were able to do very similar things with it, integrating it into cricket and integrating it into a lot of other productions. Slowly and steadily, that focus has shifted towards sports broadcast technology from operations. And the idea has always been with Quidich is to build and adapt to new technologies and to be able to integrate it into workflows where we are able to generate a lot of value out of it. As the pandemic came and everything got shut off, we really had to reevaluate our business strategy and rethink the business objectives from a much more zoomed out perspective. Being involved in the cricket space, we were very deeply integrated in the cricket space, and we had identified a bunch of problems that we could solve using technologies. One of this major gap that we identified was that there is no camera in cricket that can show the entire field to the viewer in a single shot. So we built a single camera player tracking solution called the Quidich Tracker, which now you see on all major cricket broadcasts. It's a deep learning based solution, but the output of all of our products is essentially a graphic. The backend might be deep learning, might be computer vision, might be Unreal Engine. The backend could be anything, but the output is a computer graphic which goes onto the TV, and the viewer is able to look at it. So the idea is to enhance. The idea was to enhance storytelling using compelling graphics which are created automatically without any operator interference, without having any operations onto the field. As we moved along in this journey, we sort of realized that the data that we are generating from the Quidich Tracker application is of huge value to both the broadcaster and the teams, because that data does not exist with anybody as of now. And we right now are collecting that data, so that then added a lot more value to our digitization journey, and that is also where AWS came into the picture. Using the data that we generate from this particular solution, we are now building a data platform called QStack from a broadcast lens as well as teams lens. So this platform is going to act as the centralized data repository for all of the data that is being generated in the game of cricket, and would kind of act like the brain behind storytelling by recommending stories with all of the data that it has on the basis of the match situation. This would also help us in achieving the dream of remote productions, where the world is right now moving towards that. The production industry is right now moving away from producing a match from the stadium to producing it from a centralized location. And that is the dream with the QStack platform, in collaboration with AWS, to be able to cater to that dream, where we have a lot of historic data and all of the live data coming into the platform, being ingested into the platform, and we are able to sort of create very compelling stories for the viewers centrally. We are a part of the AWS Lift program, and our overall journey with AWS has been great. The reason we decided to partner with AWS for this particular product was there were a bunch of reasons. All of our data that is being generated by the applications is being generated on local servers which are present on the ground for the production of that particular game. This leads to a lot of data privacy and security concerns. Also, we wanted to build a system which had a centralized repository. It was scalable, reliable, and was secure. And all of these concerns were sort of immediately taken care of by AWS the moment we started using their services. the entire suite of AWS solutions came in really handy for us in terms of, for example, Kinesis for data streaming, S3 for storage, EC3 for compute, Aurora for storing the ground truth data. And we didn't have to we didn't have to worry about the DevOps pipeline because we were using the AWS serverless stack. On top of that, we had to build the entire cloud infrastructure and development team in-house from scratch. And the guidance that we got from AWS engineers on that front, and the support and hand-holding wherever it was required that we got from AWS engineers, be able to build this technology end-to-end has been really, really great. We measure the impact of our products using a term called air estate. Essentially, all of our products, the output of all of our products is a graphic which goes onto the TV as a part of storytelling and is consumed by the viewer. The backend of an application could be a CV-based deep learning algorithm or Unreal Engine doing something and creating some output. At the end of the day, the output that is generated is a graphic which goes onto the TV. So air estate basically stands for the duration for which our technologies are on air, visible to the viewer sitting at home. How it impacts the quality of storytelling and the amount of the time each product makes it on air. What are the data-driven narratives from it? How are commentators actually able to use the graphic generated to be able to put forward a point is something that we measure in the overall air estate from an overall air estate perspective.